last night was wild. It was insane. At some point, I was scared for the female housemates. Not because anything bad was going to happen to them, but because I just felt like these girls are going to go to bed really horny. Yes. Listen, this conversation is for adults only, so if you understand what I mean, yeah, keep watching. Guys, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. See, I was panicking for these girls yesterday. I say, ha! I know that guys do have blue balls. I don't know what females have, but yeah. Oh my God. It was wild. It was wild on all corners. And you see, yeah, the most interesting part of yesterday was the build-up. That was the most interesting part. It was the build-up. See, all through the day yesterday, being Valentine's Day, it was dead in Big Brother's house. It was dry. There was nothing exciting happening. Biggie made provisions for the day to be exciting for the housemates. But then for some weird reason, they just, oof, there was just negative energy all around. And then, like, at night, guys, oh my God. Let's get into this video. I'm going to give you all the juicy tea. Guys, there was a lot. There's a lot. So you totally need to watch the end of this video. A lot of you actually caught up on the action from last night, but don't worry. We need to do some analysis. We need to dissect. There was a lot of things happening, ladies and gentlemen. There was Liema and Jareed's own part. That one, oh my God. And then Mpumi and Jareed. Sit back, relax, watch this video to the end. Do not skip out on any part, all right? And let me know how you felt whilst all of that action was happening last night. Just let me know how you felt in the comment section below, all right? And hey guys, there's no point for introduction on this video. You already know who I am, but please make sure to subscribe, turn on your post notification bell to always receive alerts of my videos whenever I upload a new one. And quickly, let's spill some tea. Now, I must admit, last night was the result of the most perfect build-up to the most erotic night in Big Brother's house. No caps. See, I was already disappointed with the way Valentine's was celebrated in Big Brother's house yesterday because of how, you know, the housemates were looking gloomy, they were looking sad. People were not happy. You know, most of the potential, you know, ships in the house are sort of capsized. Yes, Jareed, of course, who is the forefather of triangles in the house, he was in a fix. He was in a dilemma. He did not want to express love, avoid getting the two women, you know, upset. And oh, by the way, during the Jareed's diary session, he actually spilled that there's a third person in the picture. In other words, else. He's developing his feelings more and more by the day for else. And something tells me that before the end of the season, he's going to start up shit with else, probably to piss off Mpumi and Liema further. Guys, I don't even know what this guy's agenda is at this point, but that guy is working harder than the devil to play this game. And quite frankly, I appreciate him for it because this guy is giving us a show. He is giving us content to work with. It's giving us a lot to work with. But anyways, the mood was dead in the house, yeah? And Biggie tried to spice things up by, you know, providing flowers and stuff, you know, and via another lucky dip process again, the pairs in the house were able to pick different tasks, you know, to execute, to beautify the garden for their high tea event, which was really beautiful, by the way. Big Brother went all out for his housemates and it looked really regal, you know, very classy and bougie. And oh my God. And during the whole sit out, Mac Jr. tried being creative, you know, he tried bringing up little activities here and there, but people were not just in the mood. He even suggested that, you know, each guy should pick up a rose and present it to a female and tell the female what they really like about the female. And Jareed's voice was the loudest amongst the people that were kicking against it. Why? Because he knew he would have to profess affection, you know, for both Liema and Mpumi, and then there's also else in the picture already, so people were just against it. Anyways, they had their meal, and Liema, of course, was really pained that, aside the fact that Jareed and Mpumi appeared, they were also sitting together, they were having good conversation. So she was roaming around, dancing and just trying to make herself happy. And then Jareed stepped up, went to dance with her. Now, there was something production was doing yesterday, guys. I see, I've told you all before that I've had it up to here with production. Like, it's their show at the end of the day. Whatever they want to do, they should go ahead and do it. But it was quite, I don't know, it was quite a turn off yesterday when different couples were in their own unique way giving us content, but production chose to stay glued to Jareed and Liema. At some point, it just became, I don't know, it was just annoying. Yeah, because as I've been telling you all, it became more and more obvious that the show this season is built around these two people. Yeah. Not just these two people anyways, but the girl. Because tell me why Yolanda and Makeke, they were the first couple to start kissing, giving us Valentine's content in the garden, in a secluded corner of the garden. And it was really beautiful. If you ask me, I would tell you quite frankly that the angle, if the camera had really captured these people's moment, allow us to listen to their conversation, to their banter, it would have made for good content. But they showed when these two people were kissing and then the cameras left them. And guys, things were happening, people were having conversations, but they were focused on Liema that was dancing until Jareed went to go and join her. Anyways, Jareed went to join her and they danced, and she was really happy that they were dancing. In her mind, oh my God, this guy chose me. Only for later in the evening, because the girls were frustrated, they had, most of them that had their diary session today, they had vented and ranted to Big Brother about how, most of the housemates were not just creative enough to step out of their comfort zone and, make the day fun and exciting. And Big Brother told them, what, take it in your power and do whatever you want to do. So all the girls had gathered themselves in the kitchen area and they were singing, doing karaoke, and they were just having fun. And Jareed had gone to call Mpumi for a smoke. So both of them had gone out to the garden. They had smoked their usual thing that they normally smoke. And then afterwards, they had gone for a dip in the jacuzzi. And it was the most erotic moment spent in the jacuzzi this season yet. You know what was crazy about it? It was the fact that Sinai, Millet, and Liema were at the fire pit area, So Liema was sort of seated like this, but if she turned, she could literally see everything that was happening in the jacuzzi. So these two people were in the jacuzzi, they were kissing, they were doing all sorts, guys, all sorts. But here's what I personally think whilst all of those things were happening. I felt like these people were they were acting out, like they were giving us a show. Quite frankly, I did not feel the chemistry in that jacuzzi. I did not feel anything was happening. I did not feel the tension. It looked scripted, if you know what I mean. Yeah, if you know what I mean. I felt like it did not look natural. I felt like these two people wanted to create content in the jacuzzi, and that was exactly what they were doing. But it made for good TV because, of course, the other girl, Liema, was up ahead, and she was trying so hard not to turn around and look at these people. But it was very obvious that she knew what was happening behind her. And she was really pained. Like this girl, you could tell that she was angry, but she was trying so hard to keep everything cool and calm and collected. Now, whilst all of that was going on, housemates started tripping outside, one after the other. There was Taki, there was Els, there was Mark Jr., and who else? I can't remember who else. Okay, Willie and Lerato, they were playing some games on the side, so they were in a part of that conversation. But they came out and they saw what was going on in the jacuzzi, and oh my God, the pity party started. The board of directors, of advisors started as well. Everybody started empathizing, or should I say sympathizing with Liema. They were telling her, oh, sorry. They were encouraging her. Oh, you're a strong woman. You are beautiful. You're smart. You are talented. Don't allow what is happening to get to you. Guys were just advising and advising. And this girl was like,
You don't need Jareed in your life. But if you're playing a game, girl, kudos to you. Like, you're doing it well. But if you're really into the guy, I would like move on. You can do so much better.
You see, whilst all of that was going on, the whole time, I'm like, these housemates are so dumb. For real. They are so dumb. Yeah. See, all of them, every single one of them, including Jareed, including Mpumi, all of them, they are so dumb. They are so dumb. Because here is what I saw from the whole situation as a viewer. All right, and I'm going to tell you guys right now. So here's the deal. The population that makes up the viewing audience of this Big Brother show are females. Now, within that same gender population, there are females that are players. They are open-minded. They have the grit, you know, to take in this type of game on a reality TV show. But that population is quite small. And then there's the other population of wives, mothers, girlfriends, you know, that are in committed relationships, and one way or the other they tend to go through shit like this, like what Jareed is currently playing around with the girls in the house, and they really get in their feelings. Yeah, they get in their feelings. And what they want to do when such a thing happens on a show like this is they want to throw in support for Liema. Now, that was exactly what happened with Kosi Twala during Big Brother Titans. Yeah. Although she played her game really right. She did. She was not sassy or saucy or disrespectful to the females. Kosi Twala came with a different personality from Liema. Yeah, she was not going around fighting any and everybody. People came for her, but she avoided a lot. Her game was, you know, came naturally. So people naturally gravitated towards her and what she stood for and the game she played. Liema's case is quite different. Liema's case feels self-inflicted, you know, from the get-go. It's a game plan that she's had with Jareed, but it seems like her feelings are now getting involved. She doesn't know how to handle it, you know, but people are not going to see any of those things. What they're going to see is a girl getting hurt, getting used, getting emotionally tortured by this guy. And so my frustration from seeing all of these things happen last night is the fact that as smart as the likes of Jareed and Mpumi think they are, as smart as the likes of Mark Jr. and the others are, what they did not know that they were doing yesterday especially was they were empowering Liema's game. Now, of course, Jareed had actually mentioned to someone during the week that he was going to do something drastic, you know, so that Liema would get more votes and not be evicted. Now, that seemed like a very smart idea, and that was exactly what he did last night, because the viewing population was quite torn. Yeah, it was divided. There were those people that were angry at Liema, but there were also those people that were feeling sad for her and they were pitying her. And so, of course, they would have been pumping in more votes for this girl. But on the flip side, I felt like these people empathizing with this girl, you know, encouraging her, telling her, don't worry, you'll be fine, blah, 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 blah. Even else that is indicating interest in Jareed was also advising, you know. And when they had asked her, okay, so why did you kiss him in the first place? She's like, oh, listen, we used to flirt. Blah, blah, blah. I was just laughing, guys. I'm like, you people don't even know that you guys are making this game to be in favor of this girl. And that is the agenda from all angles. But you guys do not even know that that's exactly what you're doing. So guys, I was just watching the whole scenario play out last night, and I'm like, Mpumi, yes, Mpumi is playing an exciting game. She's giving us entertainment. She's like rich content. Oh my God, it's her audacity for me. The fact that she is unwavered by whatever, you know, is going on, ladies and gentlemen. But I was thinking, like, will society be kind enough to allow someone like Jareed or Mpumi win the show? Because we all know where society's sentiment will, you know, move towards. We know where people will gravitate towards. This population I talked about already, we all know where their sentiment will gravitate towards. But anyways, guys, I don't know what you think about that. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, all of that session happened, and before we knew it, afterwards, Liema had gone to break up with Jareed in the closet.
Every conversation that we have, you take my own decisions based on feelings that I make, based on how I feel at a certain point, and you decide on that. You take my decisions and you make them yours. That shouldn't be. If you wanted something, really, you would make your own fucking decision.
I mean, guys, you know, when I tell you that I'm getting bored of the conversations happening on the show because it's become quite repetitive, it's become recycled. Guys, I'm not just making shit up. It's the fact, yes. So once again, these people were having this back and forth again, you know, about their sheep. Liema was very offended, you know, by what Jareed had done in the jacuzzi with Mpumi. And quite frankly, I was confused. Because just the previous day, they had had lengthy conversation during the afternoon, and then in the evening again, they had another lengthy conversation. And it seemed like, from all they talked about, Liema had giving Jareed the go-ahead to do whatever he needed to do, and she herself was also going to go ahead and do whatever she wanted to do. Hence the reason she was flirting heavily, trying to seduce Mark Jr. the previous night. And so I was wondering, like, okay, anyways, guys, to be honest, I'm even tired of wondering, because it's very clear, very obvious what the game is right there. But she was so upset. They had this back and forth for a bit, and finally she told the guy, don't talk to me anymore in this house. Pass me like I don't exist, you know. You see me, walk away, that kind of thing. So she officially broke up with him. And the guy was so... Jareed is mad. Jareed was like, okay, at least can I borrow your Bible? She said no. I'm like, dude, you're mad. But anyways, she officially broke up with him right there and then. But guess what? That breakup was a joke. It was a joke. She did not mean it. Because by the time the gentlemen of that house came out with their fine-looking backsides, their little panties hanging from their waist here and there, and they came to give the girls a lap dance, ladies and gentlemen, Liema forgot that she broke up with Jareed just a few minutes ago. And these two people, they left it all to the winds. It was like they were having makeup sex right in that lounge. Okay, this is so boring. Come on, guys. So, the guys had seen that they had messed up, and so they wanted to make up for it. I don't know where they got the idea from, but it was a brilliant idea anyways. So the girls, as I said before, you know, they were in the lounge, they were singing, doing karaoke, they were having the time of their life. The guys went into the closet, oiled themselves up like magic mics. And then they came out, you know, on a single file. And then, okay, they picked up chairs from the dining area, arranged it in front of the lounge, told the girls to sit, and then they all started giving lap dances to the girls, one after the other. And oh my God, guys, it was it was insane. What? Hey, see, if anybody had told me that these guys would be able to pull that off, I'm like, nah, whatever. But guys, they pulled it off. It was erotic on all levels. See, it felt like there was an orgy happening in Big Brother's house. Yes, that was what it looked like. And for a flip second, I was kind of scared for production. I did not know if the BCCA in South Africa would accept such content. So quite frankly, I was scared. Because if it is Big Brother Nigeria, they would, see, they cannot do that. People will go and report the show. People will go and report the show. They will say, hey, the show is trying to corrupt people. So guys, I was really scared. I'm like, is this not soft porn that we're actually watching on live TV? But guys, it was insane. It was insane. Now, a lot of things caught my eye. Papa Ghost was in his element. See, it felt like he wanted to swallow up Z. Like these guys were doing, like they were doing a good job. They were doing a fine job. All of them. All of them. Aside Mac Jr. though, because Mac Jr. was such a disappointment. The guy was just too serious and, you know, he was avoiding some of the girls. But I loved the fact that the guys made it all inclusive. You know, Jareed picking up Chiwenza, giving her the treat of her evening. Pale. Oh my God, guys, Lerato was gone. Lerato was gone. See, Lerato was like this. You know, she felt violated. You know when you've riled up a woman sexually and she's horny as fuck. See, that was how Lerato was looking. She was like, am I going to give it all up tonight? See, Jareed went to Mpumi after all they had done in the jacuzzi. But it did not look like anything was going on there. Sinai went to Liema. Now, I was waiting to see the reaction because these people, they've been doing, you call me brother, I call you sister, right? Now, Sinai flipped Liema around and was giving her back shots. And it felt like Liema kind of felt it. And guys, frankly speaking, I'm waiting to see the aftermath of all of that shenanigan because it felt like some people kind of got attracted to each other. Now, when it got to Jareed and Liema's turn, Jareed stayed there because what the guys were doing was they were rotating, you know. They will go on this line and then they will come back again, they will rotate. The point was not to see any female sitting alone, you know, so all the girls had to be catered to, which I really appreciated because as I said, you know, Pali was also well taken care of, Lerato was also well taken care of, you know, Chiwenza as well was well taken care of. And I'm mentioning the names of these people because, you know, so far in the house, we've not really seen them engage in a serious internship, you know, aside Lerato. And Lerato, of course, you know, seems to be at loggerheads with a lot of the guys, you know, but the fact that it was just all inclusive, it made it the more merrier, right? But Jareed and Liema, oh my God, these people were doing different positions, different styles, you know, back shots. Liema was like, like, what the fuck is going on? The girl was gone. If Jareed had said, remove your panties right now, I'm sure she would have, yes, daddy, yes, daddy. She would remove it. Guys, it was an amazing experience for these females. It was quite fun. It was very entertaining, rich content and all. Adult content, of course. And everybody was deeply satisfied. You know, but afterwards, the conversations afterwards was, guys, that was the mind-blowing part. So, else, in a conversation with Mpumi and Liema, had mentioned that although she's had a crush on Willie for a while now, but when Willie had come to her, kissed her, and they did all of that, she did not feel anything. So she doesn't want to write it off as her not being attracted to him. She's going to wait till the next day to see how her feelings are towards him, and then she's going to finally decide if she's really attracted to the guy or not. Mpumi also confessed that
like between us, I get like we mess around a lot with Jareed, but not during the whole thing. You didn't feel like it?
Even though they each fool around with Jareed, that she did not really feel anything when Jareed had come to her rather. You know, that it's not like she didn't feel it, you know, but she was in shock. She wasn't in her head. So she felt the same way about every other guy that came to her, you know, just like Jareed also came to her. But she could notice that Liema was gone. Even Liema was blushing. She was like, you people were literally having makeup sex right there, you know? And it was obvious. And ladies and gentlemen, just as I predicted, that Liema was going to go back to this guy. Before she went to bed, she went to wake up Jareed from the sofa in the lounge, and the guy took her to bed, and he had gone back to Mpumi again. Apparently, Mpumi was actually making food for him, and he had gone back to Mpumi again. So it completely confirmed what Jareed had mentioned to Big Brother during his diary session yesterday, that Liema and Mpumi sort of have this agreement going on that they should be sister wives. But it was also quite confusing to me, because if Liema really wants to be sister wives with Mpumi involved, why is she constantly asking for boundaries from this guy? You know, why is she constantly breaking up and coming back, breaking up? Like, if I can count, this girl has broken up with this guy like 3 times already, and she has come back again, you know. But I know the answer to that question. Jareed is part of Liema's strategy. She knows that that is what is going to keep her, you know, in the house. She knows that that is the kind of content she can bring to the show. She knows that that is the essence of her being on that show. I'm sorry to say, but it has to be said. That's the essence of her playing the game on the show, you know. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about everything spilled on this video. If there's more, I will share on another video, all right? But thank you all so much for watching and have an amazing day.